Hello to our wonderful fans and super nerds, and welcome to the 31st episode of the Adventures in Novus podcast. 31 is special because that means we have a podcast for every day of even the longest month. Going back to
What about Smarch?
Smarch. Going back to listen is a trip, seeing how far we've come since those first few episodes. We're going to jump right into the story, but first, I would like to thank everyone who has told their friends, liked and subscribed, and gave a review about this podcast. It really helps us and warms our hearts. Anyways, you know how we do. We like to jump right into it with as much content as possible. And we'll start with a recap. A recap from Gilgamesh and K'rrick.
Yeah. We the good peoples of the world. Yes, good. We're fighting the great evils. Yes. Evils are bad, and we are good. Yes, we were fighting on a ship and eviscerated the puny weakling. Oh, and nice. No, bad guy humans. Then set free some magical natural guy. He seemed like another happy good person. I don't know why he left, but he told us we were important in saving the world from darkness, yeah. And we're good, very good, probably the best people for the job. I'll be seeing you.
K'rrick was awakened by good friend Anders in middle of the night. Some dire bats were attacking us, but we defeat them. Young Anders show us great martial prowess and then lead us on the way to cyclopses until some bodies fall from very high. I believe we almost there. Hey, listen, we find out now.
Great recap, Gilgamesh and K'rrick.
That's not going to be edited. It's going to just leave it like
I'm
that.
going to leave it like that.
Don't leave it like that. It'd be so random. That's funny, though. I'm glad we got to hear that.
Ellie's still attacking me.
So, you've been climbing up a mountain for half a day. You've heard and seen bodies falling off said mountain. 30 feet higher, the stairs end to a landing. What do you do? Shall we charge up the mountain, Uncle?
Well, should we not be maybe a little bit more stealthy about this? We don't know what to expect up there. All we know is there's been lots of screaming and bodies being thrown.
No screaming.
Last night there was screaming.
The bodies that fell were not screaming.
Regardless, I do not think that this is a friendly situation that we should just be strolling into.
K'rrick, you said you speak giant. Is there any way we might see what's going on?
Certainly, maybe happen. K'rrick do speak giant, yes?
Could you yell from here and try to maybe get their attention with those words to bring them at least around the corner?
There was a story once of a great hero and his young apprentice, and the great hero warned the apprentice that he in fact had the high ground. I feel like we should make sure we are not the apprentice in this situation, or we might end up dead.
I believe you are apprentice in this metaphor, yes? And K'rrick is leader.
No. We are all the apprentice. The giants are the hero.
I do not think it's K'rrick that is a apprentice.
So let's get to the top of the hill.
We have to become the heroes, yeah.
Yeah, get to the top of the hill.
We are heroes of Fairhaven, though.
Let's go up and see what's going on.
I don't want to be dead heroes of Fairhaven.
I could speak with them, but not always giants are good for speaking with. Sometimes maybe, but not always. Perhaps we do need to be quiet as we go up. Anders,
Yes.
I know this not
Oh, sorry.
other Anders. No, Anders Young, I don't know you as well.
Okay.
Yandis.
Yanders, yes, Yanders. But Anders, I do not think you're very good at being this sneaky person. You must do better.
You should take off your armor.
I don't think that's a wise idea.
I just thought,
Why doesn't Yandis have a quick peek?
I can do this.
Young Anders, you think you could go all the way up, speak with giants, come back, and tell us what is happening?
Are you speaking to me or my uncle?
You are young Anders, yes?
Well, he's not that old.
You call him old.
I'm not old.
Anyway, young Anders, what you think? You been here in this place much longer than we have.
I think surprise is key. I can go scout it out if you wish.
To what end, though? We know they're there. They're throwing these peoples to the ground.
We don't know what's up there, though.
I don't think we can expect to reason with these giants. If you recall, it sounds like they're being controlled by an external party.
Perhaps the external party is up there, and we could take them out first.
Yes, that is a possibility.
Yanders, maybe you could be going to do these scoutings. These could be good ideas for you.
I will, masked man. Let me just roll first to see what my stealth check is.
It's a very good idea.
Average. I'll give it my best shot.
Stealth?
Yeah.
25.
Actually, I didn't know my modifier when I said average. It will be quite good. I'll go up very silently and confidently.
We will wait for you here.
Looks pretty average to me still.
I thought we had a moment.
I'm not old.
Also, old man Anders, perhaps you don't be moving or saying words right now because you're very loud.
And as senior.
Ah, yes, good word
senior.
for it. Senior is correct word, yes?
Senior's just another word for old.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, geezer? You're not that old.
Is geezer good? I don't know these words.
That's not a good one.
Geezer. What is geezer?
Neutral.
It's like water?
Comes out of the ground.
Yes. This is what I know too.
High pressure.
This is Anders.
Yeah, guys. Get,
Oh,
Yanders is like halfway up the mountain. He's trying to sneak, and you guys are just like blabbering away.
Yanders is correct, friends.
Yeah, how loud is it? Like,
We must be quiet.
ambiently around here.
It's quite quiet, except for the odd whooshing and splattering sound.
So if Baelthor was to cast a spell, it would probably...
I think you'd be good. No, you'd be good. I would just have to roll a couple checks to make sure you're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not going to do it.
Yeah. So you guys see Yanders make it up to the top. He finds a boulder and kind of peeks his head around it, and he stays there for a moment, goes back behind the boulder, and starts quietly coming back down the stairs. There's a pile of bodies. They are all human, and the female cyclops is throwing them off the ledge. There's another pile of equipment on top of a tarp, and it looks like the stairs go up even higher. There are no other enemies.
It's only the one, yes?
Only the one.
But we know there's another one somewhere else.
The mountain goes higher. They must be up there.
From what we know of information, it's just two of them, is this correct?
that was our intel from Dick.
Ah, yes, Mr. Marks.
Also, I should say, there is a spear sticking out of her shoulder and a couple arrows, and she does not look well.
Interesting turn.
She was also wearing a crown on her head.
Did you see one of the bodies? Did it happen to look orange?
I did not see any orange. They just look like human soldiers in kind of bullshit armor.
K'rrick wishes to make a knowledge check on societies of cyclops.
Roll a knowledge nature. I said knowledge local before. I was wrong.
K'rrick have a 28 for knowledge natures.
And what exactly, because you guys have rolled before on...
Sure. K'rrick wishes to know more about this person has crown on, yes? Does this mean something significant? Is this queen? What does this, if it is queen, what does this mean for us?
Maybe it's a hypno crown.
All glory to the Hypnotoad.
You've never known a cyclops to wear a crown in anything you've studied or heard about them.
But that's the key.
But this is very big crown, yes? It's not human-sized crown? Is this right, Yenders?
The crown definitely fit its giant head.
This is something different. K'rrick not sure what this means. Perhaps we go up as sneaky as possible, but K'rrick wishes to speak with this one. So if it is possible, K'rrick will speak. I imagine large cyclops lady will be attacking us because it seems like what these things do.
Is there any thought to trying to sneak past it to get to the other one higher so we have that high ground that Baelthor was talking about?
An old companion warned me it is best to deal with the threat in front of us so we don't get ambushed. He's no longer with us.
Fuck you.
I'd love to hear the whole story about what happened to him.
Yes, please tell us in great details how this happened.
Well, he's not very memorable, but
Dagger to the heart.
I believe we should deal with this cyclops first.
Yeah,
Put it into the ground.
count me in.
Another body falls from the ledge, and you guys are gonna stealth up the mountain.
Yep.
Look for some spots with advantage.
With K'rrick ready to speak when seen.
Perhaps we do some preparations first.
Yeah, Travis is simply going to pull out his bow and a couple arrows, get ready to do his rapid shots.
Anders is going to prepare the sword to make sure he's not screaming like a bloody idiot.
Baelthor will just draw his mage armor wand, but won't cast it.
Okay.
You'll have to yell. Let us stealth up the mountain.
Okay, perhaps we go for some preparation. Baelthor, maybe you have things you want to do first. If you do, let's go back slightly with K'rrick. And Anders, very old Anders, he come with, and K'rrick will cast spell on him.
I could use the time to cast a spell on Maggie as well.
Yeah, you guys can just go back down the stairs a bit to cast your spell. The top of the landing, young Anders described as 100 square feet, so it's quite large up on the landing, and then the stairs continue up a ways again after that.
I think you did that wrong. 100 square feet is 10 by 10.
Is it? Yeah, I did do that. The top of the landing is 1,000 square feet, according to young Anders, and then the stairs start going up again after that. And there are areas for cover up there. You saw him go behind a boulder. But to see more, you're just going to have to go back up there.
Okay. Old man, Geezer Anders, please come with K'rrick for a moment. The rest of you stay. Baelthor, if you have things, maybe you come with K'rrick.
Not old, I'm seasoned.
Sure. Seasoned old man, Geezer Anders, please come with.
Damn it.
And then we head back, 30 feet, kind of try to get a bit of cover if we can, try to be as quiet as we can.
Yep.
Do you want help down the stairs, Anders?
Not you two. No, look, you got me yelling. I'm supposed to be stealthing.
Anders, be quiet, please. And then once we get over there, Baelthor, do you have a thing you want to do first?
Baelthor will use his mage armor wand to cast mage armor on Maggie.
Okay. In K'rrick plot 1 as well, he used Wand of Invisibility on Anders. Geezer Anders.
Ganders.
Ganders, yes.
Does that make his footsteps quiet?
No, but in terms of stealth, it gives him much big bonus. So if you're basing it specifically and 100% on sound, then no. But in general, it gives a huge bonus.
Okay.
20 or 40.
Plus
I forget.
So I'm invisible now?
I think I want to say plus 40.
You are.
You will be. And as soon as we go. As soon as this work, we go up.
Yeah.
Because for what, a minute or?
Exactly.
Or until you attack.
Sure, it's only going to get him
There.
Anders assumes that he's already invisible, and he's giving K'rrick the middle finger for calling him Geezer Anders. Yeah, do you like that?
You're not invisible yet, I know.
K'rrick has not cast this spell on you just yet, Geezer Anders, but it's okay. I understand.
And then Anders, while keeping the finger, goes, "Oh, is that a matter of fact?" Keeping his finger up.
So it gives him a plus 40 to stealth if he's not moving, and a plus 20 to stealth if he is moving.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
So we're all going to do a stealth check up the stairs.
K'rrick is 18.
Baelthor is 13.
Travis has 20.
7.
7.
No, but plus 20.
Oh, 27.
Yeah.
And Yenders get plus 14.
And Maggie is 22.
So young Anders has a 26. So it looks like Baelthor will be the most loud as you guys start climbing the stairs.
Who's the most sneakiest? Come on, say it.
Young Anders.
No, 27.
It's like you can't even see me.
Yeah.
I'm
A
being
shot-
so much more quiet than you.
A shadowy figure approaches you from the darkness.
I'm so sneaky.
But you're invisible to us too, so you like give him a bum pat on the way by.
Just wait till that sword is drawn. So, You guys start making your way up to the stairs, sneakily, and you start seeing the landing. And you guys see the boulders that are around this landing. There's lots of places to take cover, and you all take said places. And you see a 14-foot cyclops, the biggest creature you've probably ever seen.
Bigger than the Bandersnatch? Yeah.
Oh, the biggest creature Baelthor has ever seen. It's wearing a crown on its head. A single huge eye stares blankly ahead as it throws a human body off the ledge of the mountain. Turns, walks directly back to the pile of bodies. There's about 3 or 4 left. Picks it up, turns blankly again. It's not even looking around. What do you do as it's doing this?
The engine's running, but no one's behind the wheel.
Do we all notice this?
Why doesn't someone give me a sense motive?
Someone or all of us?
Ooh.
All.
20 for Travis. I actually got one.
26.
15 for Maggie. Baelthor got a natural 1.
8 for K'rrick.
So Anders, with a 26, you nailed it. This DC was 25. And you can see by its movements and blank stare that its behavior is being influenced by an enchantment effect or some other effect that is controlling it. It is not controlling itself. It's almost moving robotically.
Am I able to perceive any sort of method of control? Perhaps looking closer at the crown. I don't have sense magic, though, I guess. Or detect magic. You'd probably need that.
You might be relaying this information to someone who does have detect magic.
Right, so I'm pretty certain that this cyclops is under some sort of external control, as suspected. I can't quite see what's controlling it, though. Maybe one of you lads with your mystical detections.
Keeping in mind, I don't think you're speaking right now, are you?
We can't speak quietly.
You can speak quietly.
Does that break my invisibility?
No?
It's not a, what is it?
Attack.
Yeah.
Threatening act.
Hostile action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I can certainly try, but casting that spell in this avenue would certainly alert the creature to our presence.
Anders, what do you mean? Not. Please explain. K'rrick can do these things.
This cyclops is not under its own control. Does not have its faculties.
Oh.
It's like a puppet.
Do you know what is the thing that's controlling?
There's got to be some sort of source, right?
Yes.
Maybe crown? Maybe other thing?
Nipple ring.
Can Baelthor make a guess using an Arcana check?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
K'rrick wishes to also do this.
Oh, actually, I can do that too. Shit.
I figured you could.
Ooh, 19 on the die. 26 for Baelthor.
You did ask about the crown
So that helps.
earlier, right?
Yeah.
Check.
With my knowledge check, yeah. But
They
that,
said they
that
normally
was,
don't wear them, so.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I was bringing it up.
K'rrick not sure what this might be.
7.
It's 11 for K'rrick, not good.
So K'rrick and Old Man Anders don't really have an idea. It must be some sort of item or maybe someone close that you guys don't see. But Baelthor, you can see that the creature basically only has a loincloth, a great axe, and a crown. And you've never heard of a great axe controlling anyone before, but you have heard of magic affecting crowns.
Butt plug.
Oh, the butt plug control, yep. Remote controlled. Seen it before, folks.
I believe the source of this creature's control is in the crown. Were we to remove the crown from the creature, perhaps it would break the spell. Or if we find the source.
Would it be preferable to break the control of this beast?
Where is this person talking from?
Oh, because I'm invisible. Now I get it.
Where are you?
The giants have never been a problem before.
No.
So, if they are a problem now, and they're in this state, perhaps it is not them that are doing it.
It might be kill him.
It is wounded, though. It may assume that we are assailants.
Yanders, you're sneaky, yes?
I'm very sneaky.
Maybe you could jump up while we are distracting and you take crown. It's very important. This is most important thing you ever done in your life. You would be showing Geezer Enders how strong you are, how powerful you are.
This plan is suicidal and chaotic.
Yes,
I love it.
thank you.
You keep that up, K'rrick, and I'm gonna toss you up on top of that fucking.
Shh, shh, shh. Invisible person, wherever you are, you must be quiet. You're very loud if you're speaking or walking.
In regards to the giants, I do find that they can be spoken and reasoned with, unless you're my mother and slashing them across the face.
Does Baelthor, with his Arcana check, know? Would we simply be able to just pull the crown off, or is it like stuck?
It doesn't appear to be stuck on its head. It seems to be placed on its head.
More so, like from his Arcana check, would he know?
Yeah.
That's a thing, you know,
Like you need to dispel something to get it off? or-
sort of thing. Like, is this stuck to her head magically?
No.
Would Yanders even have enough strength to lift it if it's some sort of metal and it's big enough for this giant fucking creature?
Yeah.
How heavy is it?
Friends, if Yanders cannot do this important task, then we are here to defeat the monster. But Yanders has job to do. He will succeed.
The only question is, how is young Anders going to reach the crown?
I will climb him.
Her.
Those
Those things in the front. I
Yes.
believe they are called titties.
the biggest I've ever seen.
You want me to come with? I'm invisible like Ghost Dad at the moment, so.
It's like a young Anders dream.
All right, so you guys do have old Anders with a invisibility spell that will run out at some point. Are you guys gonna get in position here? What's the plan? Circle it?
The plan was we were going to have Yanders try to steal the crown. Anders are going to be nearby because he's invisible. And if things go south, then we start fighting. But the hope is that if we remove the crown, it removes the control, and then K'rrick can talk to them.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't really have a plan for that, but yes.
Yeah. Let's see if the first part goes right first.
Yep.
So, you guys have made it up to this landing. There's a picture on the Instagram that shows the battle board and the current position where everyone is at. You can see the stairs that they came up. You can see the stairs that they would want to get to. You can see the very large creature that has been throwing bodies off the ledge. The blue indicates basically death. And what is your guys' plan here? You want to somehow set up for young Anders to knock the crown off. Off air, Nick did ask if he could shoot it off. There'd be a -10 penalty to your attack roll in an attempt to target specifically the crown and attempt to shoot it off its head. We know from Baelthor's Arcana that it is not sealed on his head magically. What do you guys do? We are not in combat yet. The Cyclops has no idea that you guys are there, and it has given you no indication that it even cares what's around it.
I believe Yanders should be going to do this thing, running up him and try to take crown. And just before he get there, maybe Travis could do his shootings. Or maybe fail. It's up to you. But other than that, if this don't work, we try to fight.
Okay, until the Cyclops sees you guys or engages with you guys, we are not in initiative. So you guys can freely do what you want. If that's the plan, we can just go for it. Yanders will basically do whatever you guys say. So is that the plan? Yanders is going to sneak up even closer, get ready to climb up the Cyclops after Travis tries a called shot.
I believe Yanders just go start running and jumping up him.
Yeah, I want to see what's going to happen because I don't want to alert it if it's going to do like if it's doesn't even care that it's there and he just runs up and grabs it, then I would have alerted it so it might move or do something to throw him off in a way. So I don't want to make the situation worse before I see what's going on. So I'm going to ready, if I can I ready a full action?
Oh, is
I don't think I can.
full attack action?
To do a rapid shot.
Oh, no, not to do a
Okay.
rapid shot.
I
But
can just do-
in fact, you can't do, I don't think you can do a rapid shot with the called shot.
No, I would. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
So you want to ready a called shot for the crown and see what happens with young Anders.
Yeah.
Poof! Old Anders appears. His invisibility is done. But he is behind a rock. So as long as he doesn't move.
Roy.
And As the invisibility wears off, you can see he's got a bit of a screwed up face and he's looking right at K'rrick and he's still holding up the middle finger.
K'rrick nod knowingly.
All right. So young Anders has just the boots for the job for this. He rolls a 29 for his stealth. He's got boots of striding and springing, which increases his movement and his jump. And he rolled a 29 for his stealth. And he is going to go for it. So young Anders is ready, but he's waiting. He's waiting for the Cyclops to go back, grab another body, and the Cyclops turns around and begins bringing that body to the cliff. So the Cyclops' back is turned to young Anders. As soon as the Cyclops begins to throw the body off the cliff, you see young Anders spring into action. And he sprints up to a boulder, leaps up off of it, and he's going to attempt to jump on top of the back of this Cyclops as long as he rolls well. So he gets a 30 on his acrobatics, which easily, with his bonuses, lets him reach the top of this Cyclops. He jumps on its back and immediately goes for the crown, but he's going to need a sleight of hand check to properly pull off this giant crown.
Interference.
He puts it on his own head, claiming the power for himself. This is what I was after all along. He's the big bad evil.
Young Anders has to spread his arms out wide to get both hands on this crown. And he's also going to need a strength check to lift it up.
That's not good.
Oh! Does he have at least a 1 bonus to strength? No.
-1. No, not even.
No.
Oh,
He's 10 strength.
10 strength?
+0.
+0? So you see young Anders lift the crown up and struggles. And you see the demeanor of the Cyclops change for a second.
Come on, put your back into it.
I'm going to try to shoot it off with my shot.
I love that. And come on.
It's all up to Travis as young Anders is struggling to get this crown off.
Yeah, he's wrestling around on it. So Travis has got the shot lined up for a while.
Oh, here it is.
That will help things greatly.
Yeah.
Minus 10 for a called shot.
All we need is just Travis to roll well, which he always.
Oh, and this is a
does.
-10. So
Just does not
I
need
need
to
a 20,
hit.
basically.
No, you don't.
Depends on its AC.
The crown is flat-footed.
Yeah. Ooh, delightfully average.
Yes. 7 to hit the crown.
So your arrow goes through the crown, just over young Anders' shoulder. And you hear Anders curse. Shit. He loses his grip on the crown and it falls back on the Cyclops' head. Roll for initiative.
Shit.
Fuck again. Jesus Christ.
It's 9 for Yanders.
Initiatives are just fucking bonkers. 7 for Baelthor and Maggie.
4.
K'rrick is 20.
Travis gets a 22.
Rolling like shit today.
Should have ready to cast enlarge person when he got onto the top. Grown him to large size, then he would have heaved that crown no problem.
Young Anders has a 13. So we have young Anders on top of a Cyclops. The crown drops back on its head. It gets the same dumb expression, but now it knows something's on top of its head. Round 1. Travis.
Just in case we can't get this thing, Travis is going to start putting some arrows in it. So actually from back where he is, obviously he can see it. We're going to click my heels and do a hasted rapid shot. 3 arrows coming at this thing.
How far are you away?
50 feet.
Okay.
14?
14 misses.
Really? For huge?
It's not touch AC.
Ooh, it's flat-footed. Doesn't matter.
It's got no dexterity.
Yeah. Second shot. Even lower. Even lower.
Some of the worst rolling I've ever seen, including
10, 9, 8.
10, 9, 8.
yeah, bowling over Baelthor on the battle board.
This was K'rrick.
Yeah. So 3 arrows, shoo, 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 fly through the air.
It's like Dumb and Dumber when Harry gets the gun and he's just like tries to unload on that criminal and he's just shooting like sideways and up.
Travis, pretend it's broadside of barn. Perhaps you have chance.
Pretend he's a tree. No, I'm gonna scrap that 10. I'm just gonna reuse my thing to just run off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
Just Travis goes on.
Yeah. And now there's a tree at the bottom of the cliff with 5 arrows in it. It is now K'rrick's turn.
The same tree. Yeah. That's.
No matter where he is, he's smoking this tree.
K'rrick moved from behind the rock towards Geezer Anders and start doing hits on Giant. Please, Mecha will save.
11.
Will save? Okay. He falls asleep.
Okay. So he goes from his state of control to sleep and slowly falls to the ground. And young Anders is going to have to do an acrobatics to see if he can stay on his feet while this towering cyclops starts curling up into a ball and starts to sleep. That's still a 14 with a 2 on the die, so he is still okay. And he will land right next to the sleeping cyclops. And yeah.
K'rrick very strong with his magic sometimes. This is good time to be good.
Yeah, his will is quite low because he is being controlled.
Thank goodness, yes?
It is young Anders' turn.
Quickly, friends, take off crown.
And young Anders can just move around to the head while it's sleeping. Doesn't need a sleight of hand while it's sleeping. He just needs to pass a strength check. And he's got to do it with pure dice roll because he's got a 10 strength. No bonuses. And he fails again by rolling 14 again. And it is now Baelthor's turn.
Friends, quickly, get on him. Take off crown. Yanders, what you doing? Take off crown, I say.
It's heavy. 4 initiative.
Fuck.
Wow. Okay. Baelthor will go, and he will command Maggie to get close.
Do not wake sleeping beast.
I won't. Baelthor is going to use his move action to draw his Wand of Enlarge Person. And just to be safe, he's going to cast Enlarge Person on Maggie to make her grow. And then Maggie will double move, using all of her movement to end right next to young Anders and right next to the crown, and place both of her clawed hands on the crown.
I will help you, boy.
Thank God. It is quite heavy.
Sounds like somebody needs an old man to come do a man's job.
Speaking of old men, Anders' turn.
Yep. And just rolls up his sleeves, his plate, his armored plate armor. He rolls it up like a frying pan. And he, I guess I'm going to have to double move to even get close.
Yeah.
In full plate.
There's like no room for you. I don't know where you want to be.
I shall shove the boy out of the way. Out of the way with you. And I too shall place my hands on the crown.
Okay. It is the female sleeping Cyclops' turn. She kind of rolls over and farts. And top of round 2, it is Travis's turn.
I don't care. I hate this.
It is now K'rrick's.
Travis looks dejected in the corner.
K'rrick will hold his action, waiting for friends to take off crown.
It is now young Anders' turn, and he will try again.
Can you give me aids?
Can you do aid in combat?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Rather than all 3 of us doing separate strength checks, they can just attempt to aid, and then it's
so
a plus.
on young Anders' turn, he can just say he'll aid Maggie.
Or whoever has the greatest chance.
I have 18 strength.
I mean, she's got 19 strength, but yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah.
Yep.
So young Anders sees a giant Maggie and a strong Anders on either side of him, and he goes, I cannot get this off. I will help you guys. And we'll roll for an aid to help the next person to do a strength check. He does not aid. He's got little noodle arms. Really good at killing bats, but...
Did he eat your Wheaties, lad?
It was the absinthe. Baelthor's turn.
So I guess since you go after me, we'll
Yeah, you just do it. Yeah.
No, I just aid you.
Oh, I see. I see.
So then you get a bonus. Baelthor will move closer and will and just ready a acid splash if things go tits up.
Okay.
And then Maggie will attempt a strength check to aid. Anders on his attempt. And she succeeds with a 15.
Okay, so Anders will get an aid. It is Anders' turn. Maggie has her arms on the crown.
Anders is he's gonna focus on strong thoughts, like when he won that arm wrestle. He's not gonna think of the time he tried to shoulder the door open, or the time that he tried to pull the arrow out of the inn wall there for Benji. He's gonna think strong. He's gonna lift this crown. That's 16 on the roll.
Nope.
Oh, plus the one aid, 2 aids, 1.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
18 total.
So with an 18, Anders puts his mighty rolled up gauntlets around this crown and pulls this giant crown off the Cyclops' head, which wakes up the Cyclops. It is the Cyclops' turn.
Excuse me. Cyclops. Oh, wait. And then speaking in giant, excuse me, Cyclops person who was formerly wearing very nice crown. We're here to take off your crown because you are being controlled by evil persons. Please, we wish to speak. And I'm, again, speaking in giant, so I don't know how many of the rest of you hear or understand any of that.
I definitely didn't hit you with any arrows.
Yeah.
I can attest.
Please, do not be alarmed. We are not here to fight.
Quick speaking gobbledygook. Has he had a stroke?
Shush. Sorry. Geezer, old man.
Gobbledygook is actually like a very serious offense or swear word in their language. Yeah.
How dare you? No longer are we friends.
So everyone else hears. But K'rrick understands that the Cyclops said, "No, put it back on. They will know, and my son will be killed.
That's the male.
Kill the wizards with the crowns, and we will win, and I will owe you a debt.
Where are they? You must tell quick.
If you want to help, put it back on, follow, and save my son.
Yes.
Be sneaky."
Yes, we do.
And she's like reaching around for the crown around her head. Like she's desperate, she's frantic, and she's terrified right now.
Friends. Speaking in common now. Friends, quickly, put crown back on. Must trust K'rrick right now. Haste.
All right. I have to trust you.
He puts it back on the head. Do I have to roll for this?
Yeah, roll another strength check.
11 on the die, plus 4 on the strength.
So you lift up one half of the crown and then get it off just for a second and put it back on her head. And her eye goes back into this faceless, unemotional state from almost crying to just instantly blank. And she gets up.
The rest of you all see K'rrick. He kind of looking a bit strangely at giant, or at Cyclops, sorry. But he looking he focusing. Friends, something strange happening. We must follow this giant. They will lead. There are some sort of wizards that are taking over these cyclopses. This one, hopefully, we must trust. They will lead us to her son.
Sure hope you're right about this, K'rrick.
Yes, trust K'rrick. Back away. Get out of the way. Quickly, everyone.
The Cyclops gets up, doesn't even pay attention to you guys at all. It continues to the last bodies and throws them both off the cliff. Then it turns to the items that it was stripping off those people in the pile on the ground and curls up the tarp that was around them that she was collecting and makes a makeshift sack, and she throws it over her shoulder. And even though you guys are in plain sight, she doesn't turn to look at you. It's like she doesn't even care you're there or is unaware, and starts walking up the stairs further up the mountain.
Everyone, we must be stealthy. Yanders, maybe you go a little bit ahead, but be careful. If we can see that we're getting closer, Geezer Anders, I have other spell for you, but only if we notice that we're getting close to new area.
Yeah, make me invisible again.
Indeed, yes.
Young Anders is on the ground, and he is checking everything around, and he does his own little survival check. This is where the battle happened. This is where they fought. I don't know how many of them are left. You can see scorch marks here. Randolph fought here for sure. You can see the draggings of bodies. And everyone thrown over was human. So maybe they kept the non-humans? Or maybe it's a coincidence? I don't know.
Where's this Randolph, I wonder?
Randolph maybe already dead, maybe he captured, but maybe he even with this wizard. K'rrick not sure.
We need to find the wizard and slay him.
Indeed.
And there's broken arrows, spent ammunition. Everything around here is all riled up.
Who's to say this Randolph isn't the wizard controlling these?
Indeed, Anders.
These
But we
blooded
must
cyclops.
be quiet. We should follow. Also, if we get to top and this mother cyclops starts taking back again, my powers will not work again on her. So, Yenders, you must take off crown, but this time you must be strong.
I will try.
No, do or do not. There is no try.
All right, Masked Man. I will give it my best. So the female Cyclops is not moving fast, slowly lumbering up the stairs, and the five of you continue ascending the old worn stairway carved directly into the mountain. You climb higher for an hour even, following this Cyclops, who is just mindlessly 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, slowly going up the mountain. All of a sudden, ahead of her, you see a rock slide blocking the path, jagged boulders and scattered stones obstructing your way forward. But your suspicion is aroused when you witness the Cyclops moving with casual ease, striding straight through the obstruction, as if it's not even there.
Friends, I believe these strange illusions. Do not believe. Just walk through. It's okay.
So you guys just walk straight on through, and it's like you're passing through air. You don't feel any boulders, you don't feel anything. It looks real, but you just go right through this magical veil of rock. And you see the Cyclops lumbering 1 foot, 2 foot, and you see another landing that it's moving up towards. What do you do?
Anders is still back at the invisible rock wall and he calls to K'rrick. Hey, K'rrick, look at this. And it's just his arm sticking out from the rock wall with his middle finger.
Yes, and quickly, come back up to here. I have spell for you. Come on there.
Yes.
Baelthor will cast Mage Armor again on Maggie.
Is Anders come up to K'rrick, he use wand once more time and cast invisibility on Anders. Geezer Anders.
To be clear.
Don't make me run back down to the wall.
Closer to the summit, as you approach, the Cyclops lands on the landing and starts moving onto the landing. You guys are slowly coming up. Young Anders is wise enough to do a stealth check.
Good roll. 16 for Maggie and 20 for Baelthor.
K'rrick feel very confident. He have +3 bonus, so he have 23.
Bad and at it.
Not bad.
20.
32.
13.
So, closer to the summit, the ancient fort's ruins start coming into view. You notice that the summit of the mountain is strikingly flat, but on the foundation sits crumbled walls and broken towers, guardians of a bygone era.
All right, Anders is invisible.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You don't know it, but I'm helicoptering my penis right now.
We can hear it.
Oh, there's a sharp burr there. I almost gave myself a circumcision.
Okay, so you guys make it up to the final landing. You can tell it's the final landing because there's no more height left to this mountain.
It's the final landing.
And you guys have snuck up to a similar position before, coming up these stairs, finding cover between some boulders, and you see the large female Cyclops slowly walking towards the center of this peak. From behind the rocks, you get a layout of the whole scene, and you don't need a perception check to see what's going on. You can see fallen columns, and a couple still standing, but most of the columns have fell. This is a fort that has fallen long ago. You see the male Cyclops. He is outside 2 floor hatches that go into the ground. You see a menacing looking man in a dark cloak in front of a elf female. You see a child, a cyclops child, in a cage with 2 archers pointing bows at it behind the menacing looking man. At the very back, you see a wall that is still up, and you see 2 wizards standing with their eyes closed, and they are both wearing the same kind of crown that both the cyclopses are wearing. Oh, and just another note that the menacing looking man in front of the elf female, clearly from Betchland, by the way, is sporting a gizarm. And a gizarm is a medieval polearm featuring a long wooden shaft with a distinctive metal head that combines a curved blade, a hook, and a spike. This design allows it to slash, hook enemies or their gear, or thrust, making it a highly versatile item in battle.
And the bedroom.
He is pointing it at this female elf. He says, "Where are you from?" "I told you. I'm from Betchland." "Where is your family from before Betchland?" "Tenebris. We ran. We knew the war was coming years ago, and we wanted no part of it." "Keep this one. She will be valuable for further questioning. Next." And you see the smaller male cyclops pick her up by the scruff of her clothing, open a hatch, and drop her down. Boop, down the hatch. And you see him open the other hatch, reach around a bit, and there's some screams of terror. Ah! And he grabs another person, a medium-aged human with long, frazzled orange hair, a big orange beard, and orange cloak.
It's that Phil the Red guy.
John the Blue.
John the Blue. Yeah.
Right now, the female cyclops is 10 feet ahead of you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, buddy.
I love that you saw that at least. Yeah. Derek, I threw my dice and it bounced off and just started spinning on one spot for like a minute.
12 for Baelthor.
K'rrick is 20.
Travis got a 6.
9 for Enders.
So we all are on same page. Anders the Geezer.
Not old.
This doesn't look good. Like, we need to get this away from them
But the crown's still on.
at the same time as removing the crown. Because if we remove the crown, she's still not going to do anything as long as they have the kid.
Well, now she can actually attack them at least.
So I've collected everyone's initiative. The battle board is set up. And before anything, I'm going to give you guys a chance to do your final checks before we begin.
So if, like, now that we see that the crowns are connected, does that open up any additional information from Baelthor's original check, now that he knows that they're like a linked item rather than just a solo item?
Yeah, you had a really good check, and now that you see the wizards wearing the crowns, it is quite obvious what is happening. The wizards are controlling the cyclopses. It's obvious that that baby that the cyclops said is in a cage with 2 archers pointing their arrows at it. It is obvious what's happening here. These people captured this baby, threatened the cyclopses to put on the crowns, and now they're under their control. So you guys are going to have to play this very carefully, because it might be an easy battle or it might be a very hard battle how you guys play this. You don't want to piss off the cyclopses. Or maybe you do.
Travis wants to start with a perception check, looking at everything more carefully.
Yeah, roll your perception check.
12.
So with a 12, you don't really notice anything other than what you noticed before.
Do I know which wizard is tied to which giant? Which
No.
Cyclops, okay.
I'll roll perception. Don't even bother. It's a natural 1.
Yeah, you're still just fingering K'rrick.
Phrasing.
Are there any other checks you guys want to do before I start?
Possible for K'rrick to do knowledge check or maybe intelligence or wisdom check on understanding more about these situations.
There's nothing really that you're going to pick up unless you want to do some knowledge checks on the walls around. You guys know what's going on at this point. You guys know these cyclops are being controlled by the wizards with the crown. You see a very menacing man about to interrogate the orange fellow. And you see the large female cyclops ahead of you with the bag of material, bringing it to the other people ahead of it.
I have a question. Danny has a question. I can cast the cantrip message. Now, the spell, I whisper a message and then I can point at somebody and they receive it. In order to cast that spell, does it follow the same casting rule? So I have to be like, I'm casting message. Or is the spell a whisper? Because it has verbal components, but it's
if a spell has verbal components, you're gonna have to speak the spell so that other people may listen.
Okay.
You guys are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet.
We're on a windy mountaintop.
Yeah, for sure.
Be some wind. No.
You can chance it, but I will be rolling perception checks. So we're gonna do this in order to simplify things because this is all happening at once. And top of round 1, we have K'rrick.
As we come over edge, be ready. We are all going to do our moments as they happen. We're not going to have time to talk.
So essentially, we have kind of a surprise round.
Yeah.
That's going to maybe stop partway through or whatever. But
Yeah. You have not been noticed. They're all flat-footed. They don't notice you. They're not focusing on you.
We might be able to sneak around.
Sneak around, bump the crown.
K'rrick start doing spell. He cast bless on all of us. We all get these bonuses. After that, he starts moving.
Since this is the first time you've cast Bless on us, what does that do?
fuck you. I have actually cast it now, I thought. Didn't I actually end up doing it?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I don't think you've ever cast it.
Fucking believable. I took it thinking this was such a good thing. Anyway, it is a good spell.
Well, now there's lots of us, so it is a good idea.
Okay, so Bliss do a 50-foot burst, last 1 minute per level, so very long time. Get all of allies. Also, if Randolph is ally, I try to make it for him as well. I don't know this Randolph, but this orange person, he would get. Bliss feel ally with courage. Each ally gain +1 morale bonus on attack roll and saving throw against fear. So K'rrick move up behind standing pillar next to big scary cyclops mother, standing behind, hopefully not making everyone aware of him, and casting Bliss.
And that's a vocal spell, yes? So we will get some perception checks. And we do have the enemies distracted right now. They're not expecting anything to come up the mountain, so they are rolling at a negative. Natural 1. Natural 6. Natural 2. Oh my god.
Wow.
At 12, which is still not enough with the negative modifier. And that was too many rolls. Anyways, so the 12 doesn't even count.
Yeah, because these two are
Because
out.
the
Don't get it.
4 of them are out with the crown.
That'll count for next time.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess.
Randolph's initiative.
Yeah, Randolph. Yeah.
Oh, Randolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a perception check. Natural 20 on the perception check for Randolph. You see Randolph's ear twitch, but he stays unmoving and faces the torturer, which was what I'll call him until we find out more information.
Also, is it possible for K'rrick to do knowledge locals on this torturer, as you say?
Sure.
Natural 1.
God.
This has been the most ones I have ever seen. That is unreal.
Okay, this end of K'rrick turn.
But that's fine. Like, honestly, you didn't have a lot of information to go on in the first place. You just see a man in dark robes, knowledge local man in dark robes with Guillarm. It wouldn't have been a lot anyways.
K'rrick no have knowledge local anyway, so it's okay.
Did you guys hear the legend of the
You
man in the
forget these
dark
things.
robes and the geese arm? Yeah. The local fable.
That would probably be a check I'd get a natural 20 on, just because.
Yeah.
Be like, you know nothing.
Yes.
So it is now young Anders' turn. And he kind of wants to do the same thing he did before. He turns and looks at K'rrick behind the pillar. and he gives him a knowing look, waiting for a reaction from K'rrick.
K'rrick look like Jack Nicholson in The Departed. Yeah.
And with that, young Anders is going to run, jump, and leap back onto the female cyclops. And he is going to roll an acrobatics check to see if he makes it up there.
A 17.
And his acrobatics is amazing. That's a 28. And he leaps up onto this cyclops. And he is going to attempt a sleight of hand to grip the crown
Silently chanting, hand.
and pull it off cleanly, but then he'll need a strength check.
Plus 12.
Nails his sleight of hand.
This is the big
30.
one. The strength.
Now you need a 15 or he needs a 15 or above to just rip this crown
What about
right
Bless?
off. Oh, does Bless give him anything?
Yeah, sure. Plus 7.
Young Anders runs, leaps, grabs the shoulders of the Cyclops, pulls himself up, firmly grips the crown perfectly, rips it up, and triumphantly holds it up in the air. The Cyclops' eye focuses, looks at the torturer specifically, and goes, "You're dead." In common.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Yanders!
It is now Baelthor's turn.
Right, it is. Fatty,
And he's
natty.
mounting. He's mounted the Cyclops.
Again.
Standing on his
You can ride it
Yeah, jump off the shoulder and just.
like that Golden Axe game.
Yeah, yeah.
Baelthor is going to go, Maggie, go. Save the child. Baelthor is going to cast Enlarge Person first, because he's not an idiot. On Maggie before she gets out of range. And then Maggie is going to go forward.
Is that just ally now? Through?
15, 20.
Can you move through allies?
Technically, the Cyclops wouldn't be considered an ally in that regard.
You know what? I would call the Cyclops an ally 100%.
Okay.
The Cyclops is 100% in the same motives as you guys are right now. If he felt someone wanting to go through past him to save her child, she would absolutely allow it.
We had prior understanding too. With the
Yeah, if we
Cyclops.
hadn't had the conversation, she wouldn't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are on the same page.
Yeah.
Maggie charges forward, slipping underneath the legs of the now allied female gigantic Cyclops, ducking and weaving across rubble as she slides and barrels her way towards the captors of the baby, her mouth frothing. Baelthor also gingerly moves up, and his allies notice his eyes are staring directly at the child in captivity.
Power word death.
Is that your turn?
That is, yep.
It is now Anders' turn. And if it's not obvious already, this is a very important round.
Anders is invisible. I have no ranged attacks by any means, so the only thing I can do is try to get closer. So I shall double move past the Cyclops.
Woohoo, what just went past my leg?
Like right, yeah, I think there.
And I think my intention will be to get to the wizards, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're not at fist. You're very slow.
It's invisible, but it's like clang, 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 clang.
Anders? This sounds like Anders. I don't see. Oh, hey, footprint. Ah, good work, Anders.
Is there a gold prospector climbing up the mountain path with those clinky pans?
So Anders gets to the middle of the map, close to the male Cyclops and the interrogator torturer guy. And he is still invisible. It is now Randolph the Orange's turn. I'm just going to assume you guys know this is Randolph the Orange.
You described him as
he's quite
enough
orange.
for us to know.
And Randolph heard that something was happening. He sees young Anders leap onto this giant Cyclops and pull off the crown. And he is a very smart dude. So smart, he casts invisibility on himself. And goes, boop. The torturer wasn't ready for this at all. He's definitely flat-footed. He was expecting an easy interrogation with muscle all around him. And he hears some commotion to his right. He looks left. Randolph the Orange is gone.
There's a Maggie in that area too, if they've seen or heard her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on. The female Cyclops just said you're
Yeah.
dead. It is now the archers around the cage cyclops baby's turn. The archer closest to Maggie sees a terrifying summon, and he will shoot at Maggie as Maggie is charging at him. And he has no direction as of yet from his leader. 17.
That's a miss.
The 17 misses. The arrow flies towards Maggie, and the mage armor around Maggie, the force of it deflects the arrow, falls down the cliff, hits Travis's tree.
It's my tree, Maggie.
Yeah.
But it gets in between all of Travis's arrows, so it's a
Yeah,
better
it
shot.
hits the tree better than...
Robin Hood split the arrow. I'm not supposed to win.
Travis is in the back like, fuck.
There's some archer wandering around being like, oh, I'm out of arrows. If only some would show up. Hey!
Goes to reach for it and it splits in half. Oh.
Travis is so pissed. He lays down. It's like Point Break. He just fires like 17 arrows in the air as fast as he can. No!
They all hit the tree.
It is the second archer's turn. Seeing the battle come, I really want to shoot this Cyclops child, but I'm trying to justify it in my head, and I just can't really right now. He doesn't have direction from his leader, so he's gonna...
Hold action.
Have you considered attacking the child with a hive of bees?
That's the good thing to do.
Now he needs a set of stairs too.
Yeah, a set of stairs.
So the second archer behind the cage, the one the furthest back, tries to move to his right, and he can't. There's an invisible Randolph there. And he bounces off. He's like, what the heck? And he goes around the other side and decides to protect his leader and takes a shot at Maggie. Natural 1. Fans, if we can get a 1 count on this episode, I would really appreciate it.
K'rrick believe this is most ones ever.
And a lot of 20s, too.
For both sides.
I'd like to point out that Travis has not acted in this combat yet.
Let's get that number up, boys.
Speaking of, Travis, you're next.
Incoming ones.
Travis is going to run and try to jump up onto one of these stones at the back of the battlefield and see if he can, basically, he wants to get a shot down at the wizards.
Travis, give me a perception check. I'm going to be a gentle GM today.
I did want to do a perception check to see also who has sort of lost their mind control with this one.
That's it, buddy.
19, so a perception of 27.
So the one on the left, who is actually Skeeter's pawn, is the one whose eyes went from like looking up into their skull and all concentrated to aware. And the other one to his left is still in that state with the male Cyclops.
So Travis is going to bound up the stairs and hop over just in front of Baelthor to his left and looks down at the one mage person at the back. He's still kind of transient. He's got his eyes rolling back. And I can tell that he's still controlling that last Cyclops, the guy there. So I'm going to take one shot.
At the one concentrating or the one that went awake?
At the one that is concentrating.
One opportunity.
Got one chance to
Tom
know.
Spaghetti.
Oh, wait. Maybe, I don't know if it's lower because he's flat-footed and all
You
this stuff.
should actually say it. He's a wizard who is flat-footed.
Yeah, you might actually.
So he doesn't have dex right now. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually like a 10 AC probably.
Oh, wait. And plus 1 from the bless.
Yep.
So
I think you got it.
13.
And he should be maybe a 10 plus 2 for cover if you're giving him cover.
So what's your final number?
13 to hit this wizard.
13 with partial cover. You hit. You are lucky that wizard is flat-footed, sir. Roll for damage.
It's not bad. 7 damage.
7 damage. An arrow smokes it in the stomach, and his eyes go open. And the male Cyclops, the smaller one, his eye seems aware all of a sudden.
Take that, fuckwad!
And he is going to have to do a concentration check to see if he maintains the spell on the male Cyclops. That's a 5 on the die. So, the wizard's eyes become clear. The Cyclops' eye becomes clear. And this battle board has changed.
Critical moment.
I told you, yeah.
A critical moment.
Great shot, Travis. Great shot.
Good work.
It's a start. Let's keep it up.
Now, friends, quickly, attack.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no valley low enough. It is the torturer's turn. The torturer screams, "Kill the child!" So the torturer takes a 5-foot step away from the cage because he has a reach weapon. And that puts him closer to the male cyclops, but he doesn't care right now. He's kind of hoping his wizard's going to take control back.
He might not even realize, yeah.
And he is going to swing at that baby. He hits.
Oh no, bitty baby.
It is a giant baby, so it does have some HPs.
Baby being a large, small baby.
Oh no.
And he rolls max damage and slices that poor Cyclops baby. And it is on the ground bleeding out. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much.
Dead
I'm
baby
a bad person.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, you are.
This is the second dead baby on our podcast.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I just hate children.
Don't make me make the sound effects.
And he's not going to move because if he moves, that male Cyclops is going to chop him right in the face. So he's going to stay right there.
Adjusted.
Can't move because he's 5-foot adjusted?
Yeah.
Well, I stand corrected. He can't move for multiple reasons, and he will not move.
He stands corrected.
Yeah. It is the wizard who has no chance at getting the crown going again because that crown has been removed by young Anders. And that wizard will...
They're gonna go berserk once they see.
Yeah, this fight ain't over.
Can we heal the baby before it dies? Stabilize it.
Yeah.
Ooh, then we can recruit these Cyclops against the fucking demons.
I don't like this. You say it's a wizard's turn? I think Derek looked at his spellbook. It's gonna be something awful.
Range? Yeah, it's all there. And this wizard starts summoning a spell. And a 10 by 10 hole appears below Maggie as he casts Create Pit. Good stuff. An extra dimensional hole with a depth of 10 feet per 2 caster levels, maximum 30 feet. Yeah, and there's no attack of opportunity from the male Cyclops because he hasn't acted yet. He is flat-footed. And a 20-foot hole appears below Maggie. Maggie, I believe you get a reflex save.
One would hope. That is only an 11.
You fail, and Maggie falls 20 feet, so you'll take D6 damage in your pit as well.
Do you want to roll that or do you want me to?
Let's have some fun. 5 damage.
Take a ride on your disco stick.
What's up?
So now Maggie is in a hole.
And prone.
Down in a hole.
The next wizard is going to attempt to...
Just before, can she make an acrobatics check to stop being prone when she falls? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, because you had a reflex save
Yes.
To avoid falling, but then as you fall,
Yeah.
you can make an acrobatics
believe
to
you're right,
reduce
actually.
damage, right?
to reduce damage and
Not that it's going to be good because her acrobatics is terrible, but
last 10 feet.
Yeah, give it a shot.
I might roll it.
Yeah, see if she lands on her feet. Nope.
Nope.
She falls right on her head. She's unconscious and bleeding. Nope, she takes her 5 damage and she's in a hole and she is lying down. It is now the wizard's turn, still with the crown attached to the male Cyclops, and he is going to try another concentration check to reconnect that link. And he succeeds as his eyes roll up and the Cyclops' eye rolls up, and they are now connected again. And the wizard screams, "Defend!" And it is now the male Cyclops' turn. And the male Cyclops will charge against the female Cyclops
Bumps into him.
and bumps into an invisible Anders.
Probably just runs around him.
I would think he could just run around him
Yeah.
because he's large like that.
Yeah. And he swings his great axe at the female Cyclops.
I wonder if she'd have better luck just walking in there and pulling the crown off his head.
Maybe. Maybe she will.
Although she'd have to sleight of hand, I guess.
It's sure. She's bigger.
Or more of like a combat maneuver thing, I think.
Yeah. Disarm.
Kind of.
Because I was reading the disarm rules and it doesn't specify a weapon, it just says an item.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not specifically like a weapon you're wielding. It's anything.
And that's a miss as a giant great axe swings by. And you guys can assume that male is attacking his wife.
Domestic abuse.
And we're going to give young Anders a little acrobatics check to see if he can stay on top of the female cyclops while they dodge, because it's fun. And he passes. His acrobatics insane. I don't even know why I rolled, to be honest. And, well, a 1 he would have felt like, I suppose. It is now the female cyclops' turn. And the female cyclops is going to charge the torturer.
What happens to Yandis?
Young Anders is going to roll anything but a 1. It's a 2.
Wow.
And yeah, he's going to be carried by this female cyclops.
How is she gonna?
Oh, right, because that's an enemy.
No, absolutely not. Because of the size of her,
She can go right through here.
first of all, can't charge because difficult terrain.
and a straight line.
Straight line, so just straight up can't do it. So if you're just moving, then
She's got reach too.
yeah, you're trying to go up to which one? The torturer?
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15. She only needs to go up to here. So
She can't stop there.
But she can't because Anders is there.
Can't stop there, so it has to
So-
go right up here.
Take this out of the way because that'll make it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she has to go right up there.
Basically there. But this is definitely going to give an attack of opportunity to this guy.
Yep. And the male is going to get his attack of opportunity.
He didn't know to do that.
And another miss. And Yanders is holding on with another 2.
Just whoa. Just got a hand under a strap.
He's got his hands on the horn. Whoa,
She's definitely
whoa.
gonna fall.
And a giant great axe is coming down on the torturer. And that's a hit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad this lady's not murdering us.
For 17, as his great axe comes down and takes a good slice out of this torturer. You're dead.
So silly with him on her head.
That's Yandis.
Yeah. Good job, Cyclops. You are now my mount. Top of round 2. That was a crazy round. It is K'rrick's turn.
K'rrick from behind pillar. He points at, he waggle finger at Cyclops man. Please make a will save.
And he is still being controlled, so that's a negative on the will save. He gets an 8.
This is 17, so he full slap. And then after putting big Cyclops man to slips, he go from behind pillar, running up toward the rest of battle. He's now in difficult terrain of other rubble, but hopefully getting in closer to the big guys. This is his turn.
It is now young Anders' turn. And young Anders has never felt so bossy, riding this huge creature around. He's slayed a ton of bats. He's just gonna leap off this female cyclops.
100%.
And he is gonna try to finish off this torturer. Acrobatics. Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
So he does a double somersault twist McGaffey, or whatever you guys say, whatever you kids say when you do the skateboards, and lands behind the executioner.
When you do the skateboards.
And he is going to lash out with his dagger. And that's a hit. And he gets a sneak attack for flanking with the female cyclops for 16 damage. Oh.
Close, but no cigar.
He just goes, oh, and stabs him right in the back and rips his dagger out. The torturer's like, ah! And this torturer looks very badly hurt, but he is still standing.
I don't know this. You know this. Anders the younger, now that I'm remembering again.
Oh, yeah, shit.
It won't be this turn.
Yeah.
But the guy takes 2 points of bleed
Yeah.
on his turn.
Oh, this is nice.
At the start of his turn.
Yeah. It is now Baelthor's turn.
All right. So Maggie is in a 20-foot pit.
Yep.
So I guess Maggie will use her move action to stand up.
Yep.
And since she's large-sized, she is about 10 feet tall, something like that, because she was 6 to start.
Yep.
About 10 to 11 feet, and she's got 10-foot reach.
Yeah, simple climb check to get out.
So she's going to attempt to just pull herself out of the pit. That is a 17 on the die.
Easy peasy. These large hands come out of the pit, and you see Maggie climb up.
Baelthor's going to move up. He'll just sort of move up further to the edge of the pit, sort of the edge of the difficult terrain.
So what does Baelthor do?
Baelthor is going to stand in the back and smile.
He likes what he's seeing.
Yep.
It is now Invisible Anders' turn.
So, yeah, I want to kill one of the mages, right? Which one is the one with the more HP, I guess?
The one that's been hurt is still technically controlling the male sleeping cyclops, and the one whose concentration was broken has not been hurt. And they are both in front of you as you invisibly move through the female and enter the thickness of battle.
And can that guy still reestablish contact with the female or control?
Maybe. we don't know.
No, that crown got pulled off.
Oh, it got pulled off. That's right. Right.
Yeah, Yanders yanked that right off at
Right.
the start, so there's no way to get that connection back.
Right,
The other
so
one has still.
I should probably kill the one that still has the potential for control. So yes, I shall. Yeah, no, I'm just going to do a regular power attack on this one.
Pussy.
+1 from the bless.
No, I guess flat-footed AC.
He is flat-footed to you,
Yeah.
so he will be on his flat-footed AC.
Yeah.
And you rolled a total of 13.
13.
That just hit for me.
A 13 just hit.
Lucky number 13.
You get a 2 on the die?
4.
A 4. Oh my god.
I've been rolling a lot of 4s today.
I got a 6, so I've steadily gone 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah.
All right, let's see some damage. 19 damage.
19 damage. Yeah! Let's go! Already slices through the wizard and deals 14 points of damage. And that wizard is very badly hurt, but still
19 points of damage?
14 points of damage. And that wizard is very badly hurt, but still alive.
This is like a mana shield or something.
We don't know. Damage reduction, who knows?
It is now Randolph the Orange's turn, who is invisible. So it is now the archer's turn, and the archer sees a Maggie climb out of the pit. The child is already on the ground and bleeding. His leader is very badly hurt, and there is a cliff behind him. So he will
Jump off the cliff.
take his chances with the cliff.
I would do anything for love.
Not that though.
I won't do that.
Yeah.
Anything and everything for the All Mother! He screams and shoots an arrow at Maggie. And that's a hit.
The Callum scum.
Yeah, that's the first hint you got at who these people are. And he rolls for an attack on Maggie for 7 points of damage against Maggie as it smokes her in the shoulder. And the next archer will go, and the next archer is in a dilly of a pickle. He's got a giant female cyclops right in front of him, and a Maggie on the other side,
And the Yanders on the other side.
and a Yanders on the other side. Oof. He will drop his bow. He will pull out a short sword and take a swing at Maggie. And he misses as Maggie gets hit in the shoulder on one side and then sidesteps a sword fight on the other side. It is now Travis's turn.
Travis is going to want to start thinning his numbers. I can't see down into these wizards anymore. There's too much stuff in the way that way to be effective. So Travis sees this archer on the outside picking off Maggie. So he's going to do a rapid shot at that.
The one with the sword or one with the bow?
The one with the bow.
Okay, at the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. Try to shoot him off the edge. That's a little better. 18.
18 hits.
Oh, it's a 1. Damn. So 3 damage
3 damage for your first shot.
and 16.
And a 16 misses. Goes over the cliff, hits the tree. Doesn't get old.
Do you have another shot with rapid shot? Or
Rapid shot, 3 shots?
That was 2.
Oh,
That
you
was
didn't
2.
do
I
your-
didn't do my boots.
You didn't do your boots.
Have to do beforehand.
Yeah.
It is now the torturer's turn. Funny thing about the torturer, he was brought down to 1 HP. Funny thing about young Anders, his attacks do bleed, and not just 1 bleed, but 2 bleeds. So this torturer, blood gushing from all of his wounds, slowly sinks to the ground and passes out as he is unconscious and dying on the ground.
Yandis gives a wink to the Cyclops. But the Cyclops can only blink back.
K'rrick noticing this bleeding and he's very impressed. Bleeding is good things from K'rrick perspective.
Ah, you seeing this, Uncle? Another one down by young Anders.
Hey, don't get cocky, kid.
I don't see you killing anyone, Uncle. Are you having as much fun as I am?
Well, I mean, I hit that mage pretty good there. That, you know.
The one that's still alive. Good job, sir.
He had a mana shield of some sort.
It is now the wizard's turn.
Not old, damn it.
Not old, damn it.
Old Anders is getting totally upstaged by young Anders. All fucking day. This guy's like doing like U.S. gymnast Olympic team flips onto like the backs of Cyclops and
Doing just enough damage to not kill him, but then turn around and ready to fight somebody else. He just dies behind him, not even looking.
After pulling the blade out.
Yeah.
Blah.
His long flowing hair with no vomit in it.
This wizard is weighing his options. The power he has is a sleeping male cyclops. He's got a paladin ahead of him, a rogue that was just riding a female cyclops and killed his boss. And he's just going to cast invisibility on himself.
You casting
We
defensively?
draw 2 attacks of opportunity.
It's his only chance.
Does he-
So
you,
young
you can,
Anders
you
will-
can do it defensively.
Oh, casting defensively.
You have a choice, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you know the choice for casting defensively?
Let's go through more rules.
Yeah, so you can just cast it and take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Or you can cast defensively, but you have to beat the DC of casting defensively, essentially.
He's going to go for it.
He's just gonna what?
Take the attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so then those happen first.
This is what I'm rolling.
Yeah, young Anders
Oh, from
first.
Yang. Okay.
Yeah,
and then Anders gets an attack too.
The Madroni get a chance to take out this mage
You
as
can,
he
also, you
tries
can
to.
also wait and see because
Yeah.
he kills him.
I can keep mine.
Yeah, for the other mage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to take his chances against the 2 heirs of Grislania to try to escape this battle
After you, lad.
because this is what he would do, a selfish Calamian asshole. And young Anders hits. And he takes 7 damage from a dagger shot.
It's a neat trick, but let me show you what a real blade can do.
Ari.
Yes, that's an 18 on the die.
Oh, I'm feeling like this one's going to be good.
Step aside, boy.
Oh.
That is 21 damage.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is power attack on these?
Yeah.
21 damage.
21 damage. Artie screams, "Fuck you, young Anders!" and slices through the wizard. And that wizard is staggered as he is at exactly 0 hit points.
Does he try to keep casting his spell?
Staggered?
He's at 0.
He took like 1 billion damage, so he's gonna have to roll a concentration check.
Yeah.
Which at minus 1 billion, so I don't.
Yeah, so he can roll a concentration check and get a fatty natty.
First one's not as difficult. It's gonna be 17.
Oh my god.
So he passes the first.
He
one.
just rolled a fatty natty
The second
on
one
Yanders.
is at minus or a DC 31.
I'm giving it to him if he rolls another fatty natty. If this guy rolls another fatty natty, he is gone.
We get another 1 in 4.
And he tries to cast invisibility to get out of there, and now he's just kind of standing there, and he's at 0, and he's bleeding, and he's staggered, and he's looking around, and he's like, oh, and one more bleed tick from young Anders hits him at the end of his turn, and he falls to the ground.
Which one was it?
The cape guy.
Yeah.
Spread guy.
I love that you made it from young Anders and not from either of them because it was himself that caused the bleed damage. But that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of like the idea of him successfully casting invisibility there.
Yeah.
And then bleeding out immediately. And then like a minute later or whatever, just being like,
Body appears.
It is now the last wizard's alive's turn. He's very badly hurt. He has lost all connection with anything that will help him. He's got 2 Madroni ahead of him. He's got a wall behind him, and he just drops his weapons and goes
Good
down to his
choice.
knees.
Yes, if you give up now, you have chance to live.
And he just kind of nods, and he's in shame right now, and he just goes to his knees and he just looks down, and he's hoping that you guys are just going to leave him alone.
We'll deal with you later, Calamian scum.
It is now the male Cyclops' turn. It is now the female Cyclops' turn. And right in front of that female Cyclops is that archer who dropped his bow and picked up a short sword. And she is pissed. And she slams her great axe down. And that hits. For 16 damage. And that guy explodes to red mist as this great axe that is probably bigger than him slices through him and squishes him into the ground. It is now K'rrick's turn. Top of round 3.
K'rrick's stuck in the rubble bit, but he quickly moved forward a little bit. He moving forward towards the battle, but also more importantly towards the small cyclopses inside of this cage. And within this distance, he starts wiggling fingers at this person. He can stabilize from distance, which just enough. They're no longer losing hit points from dying.
Okay, but it's still very badly hurt and unconscious.
Certainly, but no longer bleeding. Quickly, friends, finish off them.
That Cyclops had one more turn, and that would have pissed off its parents. That was written into the encounter. If that baby dies, these Cyclopses go on a murderous rampage. So there's a lot that it could have gone wrong in this combat, but
Man.
as a GM, I'm just gonna say you guys kind of nailed it.
That's the second time now that K'rrick's got to stabilize in one round before permadeath.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Is that K'rrick's turn?
This is end of K'rrick turn, yes.
Young Anders. So Young Anders is gonna make it to the last archer alive. And he's gonna go, "This is Gresslania!" and try to push him off the cliff because it's fun.
Okay. CMB is only +3, but
That's fine. We're going for it.
Yeah.
That archer is way down the cliff. Are you having as much fun as I am, Uncle?
I had a bunch of good gear on me.
I was holding all the gold.
This tree's got a lot of arrows in it.
Impales himself on the arrows that are sticking out of the tree. Those count as mine.
All intents and
Great
purposes.
job, Yanders.
This battle is freed as neutral. We are going to keep this initiative order for next time and see how our heroes deal with the mage that is still alive and the cyclopses. And you guys just hit level 4. Whoa! See you guys next time.
Holy bejesus.
holy heck, guys.
Wow.
Well, that was something.
Yeah.
We're going long.
That was a lot of rules.
Holy God.
That was so many rules.
Holy.
Fuck.